Bodybuilding Dennis James predicts Chris Bumstead to end up in movies like Arnold Schwarzenegger, says he held himself back. In classic, James foresees Bumstead hitting the big screen and discussed his Prague Pro performance. Chris Bumstead's brief foray into the men's open class has attracted significant attention within the bodybuilding community. In a recent YouTube video aired on November 22, 2024, Dennis James said Bumstead held himself back in classic physique and predicted he'll end up in movies like bodybuilding icon Arnold Schwarzenegger. For the last 6 years, Chris Bumstead has dominated the classic physique Olympia, solidifying a pristine legacy at only 29 years old. He announced his retirement from the sport, only to come back days later, revealing plans to compete at the 2024 EVLS Prague Pro in the open class. He blew fans away with his debut performance, earning second place behind winner Martin Fitzwater. While some thought his physique was lackluster, others such as Jay Cutler, claimed this was the best look Chris Bumstead has ever displayed throughout his storied career. Bum made it clear he's retired, but talks about his future have continued. Dennis James says Chris Bumstead held himself back in classic, discusses if he has a future in show business. Bodybuilding veteran Dennis James predicted Bum will end up in movies like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He believes the Canadian champion likely has options on the table already. "I predict Chris to end up in the movies," says James. Not only that, but because with movie characters, they are looking for people with that kind of draw. You don't even have to say much. You know what I'm saying, and people are already drawn to you. I think there's probably already some options on the table, but I think they are going to pursue him for certain roles like they did Arnold. Arnold ended up doing Terminator stuff and Conan, his first movies, when he wasn't even speaking. Although James thought Bumstead was leading during prejudging, after seeing the scorecards, he said the show wasn't even close. "When I saw the scorecards, I was like, damn, that was a clear-cut win for Martin. It wasn't even close," shares James. "After prejudging, I thought Chris walked away as in the lead." Chris Cormier believes Bumstead won the rear lat spread, front lat spread, and side tricep against Fitzwater. He gave the most muscular, abs and thighs, front double, and back double biceps poses to the Martian. "I went with Chris winning rear lat spread, front lat spread, side tricep, and Martin won most muscular, ab and thigh," shares Chris Cormier. "Who won front double biceps?" asks Milos Sarcev. "I was impressed with Chris front double, and I'm normally not. I'm looking at the shape of his body with the lats coming down to the bottom of the ribs and the small waist here. It was a good look." "Side chest?" asks Sarcev. "I gave it to Chris," responds Cormier. "Front double, Martin, back double, Martin." James argued Bumstead held himself back in classic physique and was left unsure if he could add another 20 pounds of muscle to his frame for a future in the open. "I think that he, Chris Bumstead, probably held back a lot of years because he knew he had to make weight or stay in a specific weight limit. I think he didn't want to be 270, 280, 290 pounds like Urs can be and then have to lose all this weight to diet. I think maybe he held himself back. I don't know, only Chris would know," states Dennis James. Cormier suggested that it's possible he could add significant muscle tissue in the next few years, something head judge Steve Weinberger said prevented Bum from winning the Prague Pro. "I think he could do it. Isn't he like 30 years old right now, 31? You reach your maximum between 36 to 38, your maximum weight," explains Cormier. "He had fun, because there was no pressure," says James. Third-place Prague Pro finisher Sean Clarita has also weighed in on the results. He argued that Fitzwater checked off way more boxes than Bumstead, which led to the victory. While he acknowledged Bumstead as the GOAT of classic physique, he specified that open class criteria differ greatly. Chris Bumstead seems content with his new life of retirement. But with fans and bodybuilders calling for him to continue his career in the open, time will tell if we see him back on stage in the future.